Hey guys, it's Keri from My Table of Three. I hope you're having a great week. Well, it's Friday, so it's the end of the week. I just got home from work probably about 20 minutes ago, and so now I have some prep to do for dinner. And I'm going to show you how to take about 4 to 5 pounds of chicken and make 2 meals out of it. One we're going to enjoy tonight as chicken fajita wraps. If you wanted to, you could use low-carb tortillas or eat it on a bed of lettuce. What we like to do is wrap it up in lettuce leaves, and I'll show you how to do that. Also, I'm going to go ahead and shred my chicken all tonight and use it tonight and tomorrow, and then probably freeze some of it also that I'll have left over. So let me show you what I've got so far. My lovely husband boiled the chicken for me today while I was at work, and so that's excellent. I have started shredding. Here's 3 breasts that are left. I've started shredding the others, and that's what it looks like there. So, and back here I've cut up 1 red bell pepper and 2 green bell peppers and 2 onions. That'll be for our fajitas tonight and our fajita chicken ring that I'm going to show you the recipe for that we have tomorrow. So, sorry, the lights. That's my studio lights. I'm going to shoot the video later for the chicken fajita ring, and so I need the more light in here. But let me show you what I'm going to do with the extra bones and skin and stuff. I'm just going to put it back in the broth there that my husband boiled the chicken in, and I'm going to continue boiling it in the crock pot for about 24 hours and then have some great bone broth that we can use for soups or even just drink it like a cup. Sometimes when we don't feel good, I like to have bone broth on hand so we can just sip it like a drink. It's very good for you, and I just like it. It's also a good tip for you if you're detoxing for sugar. Really good stock or bone broth helps you. If you add a little salt in it and stuff, it'll really help you feel better if you're detoxing from sugar. I'm having trouble finding out where I'm supposed to look in my camera, so that's why if you think I'm looking all over the place, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to finish shredding this chicken, and then I'll show you what our chicken fajitas look like later when we get ready to eat. And then I'm going to show you the recipe for my chicken fajita ring that's on my blog, and I hope you stick around. It's going to be yummy. Okay guys, so I finished shredding the chicken. I'm going to give you exact amounts in the recipes, or put the link below to the recipes for the fajita ring. But for the fajitas tonight, I just have the shredded chicken that was left. I divided it from here. For our fajitas tonight, I just divided it in half between this bowl and these 2 bowls. This will be for tonight for supper and probably leftovers. This is our bowl that's going to be for the fajita ring. And what I'll do is when I get ready to film that video, I'll tell you what to do with these steps. Because your chicken's already cooked. You're just going to saute up your onions and bell peppers and spice it up like fajitas, and then I'll show you that. So what I'm going to do with that is just put a lid on it and stick it in the fridge. These I'm going to saute up now until they're tender. Then I'm going to toss in the chicken and season it up like fajitas for tonight. In case you don't realize, we love fajitas. Now, if you don't want to use fajita ring or fajita season, you can toss in any kind of season you want, but we'll talk about that more later. I do have my broth already on. I'm going to put that. Mine only goes up to 10 hours. So I'm going to do 10 hours first and put the lid on it and let that go all night. And then tomorrow I will set it on another 10 hours and let it go longer so I'll have that good bone broth. Okay, guys. Oh, and I seasoned it up with just salt, onion powder, garlic pepper, and just some celery seeds to flavor the broth, the bone broth. So, anyway, this is what I've got so far. I'll show you what it looks like when we put our dinner plate together, and then I'll be back shortly to, well, you'll see this. I'll actually be filming it tomorrow, but you'll see it all together. In just a second, I will be showing you how to make my low-carb, gluten-free, Trim Healthy Mama S fajita chicken fajita ring, and I'll put that link below. So just 1 second and we'll be showing you how to make that. But first, let's see what we had for dinner tonight, Friday night.
Okay, go.
Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make my chicken fajita ring that I told you about earlier. Last night when I showed you the chicken, this is the chicken and the pepper mixture that I showed you raw. When I cooked supper last night, I prepped this, and this morning I just sauteed the onions and peppers until they were tender. I added the chicken, I threw in my favorite taco seasoning, and then cooked it up like that. And then I also added a half a cup of sour cream and stir it up real good. And you don't have to worry about writing the recipe down. I'll put the link to the recipe on my blog below. Okay, so to start with, you need 1 batch of this mozzarella cheese dough. It's been known as several things like fathead dough, holy grail pizza dough. I just call it a cheese dough. And I went ahead and made it ahead of time so that we didn't have to spend, you know, 3 or 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes on this video showing you how. But I also have a video on how to make this. And I will put that link down below. So if you want to make this dough, just click the link below and I'll take you. It's very easy and I'll walk you through that. So the thing we need to do first is to make our triangles to make our fajita ring. Now this recipe is my version of, you've probably seen it, and this is just cooking spray. I'm going to spray my rolling pin really good because it will stick. They make this recipe with the crescent rolls a lot, the Pillsbury crescent rolls. And of course on Trim Healthy Mama and low carb diets, you can't really eat those. So this is my version of a chicken fajita ring without the crescent rolls. And so we're rolling this dough out. And I'm going to cut triangles in the shape of, you know, what a crescent roll would look like. So you just want to roll it out thin. Not too thin, but you want a pretty good size dough. And it does not have to be perfect, guys. My roll, when I start putting it together, you'll see it's not perfect. But it turns out good and tastes amazing when you're done. So I'm going to set this aside. And I'm just going to use my pizza cutter. I'm just going to go down. And then I'm going to go across like this, and that way it makes it a little bit easier to just cut triangles. I think I'm going to cut this one in 2. There's no exact science. Can you see how I'm just cutting the triangles? And if you cut it in 4s first and then the triangles, it makes you get better shaped triangles. But like I said again, there's no exact science. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can fix a lot of it when you shape it. Okay, so there's that. And this is what they come out looking like. You know, like I said, kind of reminiscent of those crescent rolls. Okay, I'm going to pull this aside here and pull my baking pan. This is a Pampered Chef stone pan. You can see it's dark because it's seasoned well. These things work really good. I do go ahead and spray it anyway just in case, but you really don't even have to spray it. And so I'm going to have my chicken mixture ready and also about a half a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. And I'm going to take my rings and I'm just kind of lay them in a circle. And then as I lay them in the circle, the triangles, I'm going to mash the parts that overlap together. This is going to form the base of your ring, and it's also going to make it stick together as you bake it. Okay, I'll do this pretty quickly. And you want your wide ends in and your points out. The points are what you're going to fold over your filling when you get ready to do that. Alright. Trying to go a little bit faster so you guys don't have to just watch me filling these. But it's really simple. And you can see it may not make an exact circle, but you just want it to be round, oval, or circle. Pressing down all the overlapping pieces. When it bakes, it'll hold together very nicely. And some of my triangles are bigger. See how bigger? It doesn't matter. Guys, it doesn't. It seriously does not matter. It'll look and taste just as amazing. And this part that we're mashing together, this is also going to be the bed for your filling. You'll see that in just a second. Okay. So that's good. You can see that. Can they see that pretty good? The circle? Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to put my chicken and pepper filling in my fajita mixture. I just mix my own taco seasoning, but you can use any you like. If you want to do the store-bought packages, that's fine. I just don't like using the store-bought packages because we try to avoid MSGs, and also they have sometimes lots of added ingredients like sugar that we don't like to use. I need all the help I can get as far as losing weight, so the additives, I don't want those. Okay, so I'm just putting generous portions of the chicken mixture on this bed that we created of the overlapping dough. And this is about 12 ounces of shredded chicken. You saw me, I just boiled it. Actually, my husband boiled it for me last night, Friday when I was at work. And I came home, shredded it. We had fajitas for dinner, and then I went ahead and prepped the chicken and the peppers at the same time, which you saw in the video for this today, because I wanted to show you this, and we're going to eat this for lunch. So I'm just going to continue to fill all this, and you may have a little bit of chicken, extra chicken, but that's fine. So if you wanted to do 8 to 10 ounces of chicken, that would be fine, but I just like mine to be really full, and then I like to have leftovers of this chicken mixture to eat like on a salad. So after you get your filling, you see that's pretty full. I'm going to put a little bit more on this side, because this is very filling. And 2 servings of this, 2 of the little triangle portions is a serving. And if you fill it up with good proteins, then you're going to get full. You won't need anything else. You know, won't have to worry about being hungry. Now I'm going to take this cheese and add it around. Now guys, the crust does have cheese in it, so if you want to skip this part, leave off the extra cheese, that's totally fine. It's still going to taste amazing. But I like to have a little bit more cheese on it, so we're just going to do that. And then we're going to start folding our triangles in, just like this. You're going to start here, fold, and then you're going to tuck this under the bottom half of the filling and kind of mash it down to the base. You'll remember where we connected the other 2? We're going to do that. And we're going to just go all the way around till we get there. And when it bakes, it does an amazing job of sticking and holding together. And if some of your little triangles start to tear, just patch them together. As this dough cools off, it gets a little less pliable, but it'll work great for this. Just patch it together, tuck it under, and you can see how it's already starting to form a ring. Just kind of fold it and tuck. Hopefully when I get around this other side, you'll be able to see what I'm doing a little bit better. Just tuck. Can they see? My husband's videotaping for me today. I'm so excited because I don't have to worry about stopping and starting the camera. Okay, you just fold it under and then you tuck and then press it down like that. Do these last couple, and sometimes these triangles are a little bit bigger, but you can just pinch it off if you want to and then tuck it. Or you can leave it, if you have it, like say over here where it needs to be patched, you can use that. Okay, I'm going to do these last 2, and then I'll show you, I'm just going to shape it up a little bit to where it feels, it's very forgiving now. So you're just going to shape it up into the ring. As you fold them over, it comes together. Can you see that? Okay, now at this point you could brush it with a little bit of butter and sprinkle garlic and stuff over the top if you want to, but I added garlic to my cheese dough, so I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to put this in a 375-degree preheated oven, and I'm going to bake it probably for about 20 to 22 minutes. I'll do that now, and I'll come back and show you what the finished result looks like and tell you just about how long I did end up cooking it. Okay guys, so I got it out of the oven, and it actually took me more like 30 minutes. I said 22. I started checking it at 22 minutes, and because I didn't brush it with butter, it took a little bit longer to get the brown color that I wanted. But it's nice, and it's crispy on the top, and it'll be crispy on the bottom. The inside will be nice and gooey. So it took about 30 minutes, so just start watching it. Because the ovens differ, so just keep watching yours around 22 minutes up until it's a nice golden brown that you want it to be, and then it's ready because the filling is completely cooked. So Nate here, my helper, is going to, are you waiting, you want to eat? It's about lunchtime for us, huh, before we go run errands. So we're going to have this and probably some kind of salad. And so I'm just going to serve it like this. And this also reheats.
I don't like salad, so I'm not.
You don't have to have no salad. Yeah, you can have some other veggies. This also reheats really well. It does get a little bit soggy, but it doesn't dry out or anything. It tastes really good. I also like to serve this with a little bit of sour cream and maybe some no sugar added salsa. So there you have it, my chicken fajita ring. I'll put the link to the recipe below, and we want to say thanks for stopping by my table of 3. Can you tell them see you later?
Bye.
We'll see you next time, and we hope you enjoy our chicken fajita ring.
Bye.
Right? Bye.